Lit has been out for 2 months, and I'm shocked more people don't know about this game already. It's not often on Quest we get a game where you can just drive around a city, cruise around in a car, functioning rear view mirrors, speedometer, and even damage. The game drops you into your garage. You can tell there's tons of different mechanics by all the notes everywhere. There's a cat purring actually in a chair, and you can pet it, although it doesn't react to your petting. You drive around the city at night looking for street races, and although not every part of the game is super clear yet, it's really fun to just drive around, crash into other cars, and wreck your car. And with that, it's got less than 20 ratings, giving it about a 4.6 rating. All of those are 3, 4, and 5 stars. People saying they're struggling to understand some of the story mode, but still giving it 5-star rating. People saying it could use UI and quality of life adjustments. People saying they really recommend it for being a free racing game. It was much better than I expected. If you go try it, let me know what you thought in the comments. ToyPark really intrigued me when I saw the trailer. It's barely known and it's barely been out. Seeing the physics, the assets, and the gunplay made me curious, what is this game? It's developed by 2 people, and it's a collection of games that you can play. Pans and Pistols, the mode that you're seeing here, is a deathmatch multiplayer game in which your pistol only can reload so often, so you need to save those bullets, and other people are trying to kill you with frying pans or using them to block your bullets. Bunch of other modes, Infiniball, Chess Masters, which is just chess. Although you have to follow the rules of chess, it doesn't let your pieces only go where they should. You could literally take your queen and kill their king right off the bat. Infiniball, which is kind of like air hockey with giant rackets in this big ball. A Who Am I, and a shooting range. With how little known this is, 8 ratings so far, have it at a 4.5 star. People saying it's amazing, but it needs more stuff. People said waiting on Bone Lab, they stumbled upon this. People saying it's basically Bone Lab and Rec Room. And the only bad review you can find at 3 stars says it sucks. But then it says in their update to the review that based on the updates so far, it has come a long ways already and is getting better. The biggest fault of this game right now, because people don't know it, there is no one in the lobbies, at least when I tried to play. But even checking it out and just playing around, I feel like if you had a group of friends who want to all get this, since it's free, play it together, you'd have a lot of fun, and especially in Pans and Pistols, you could have a really good time and make some really good videos if you do that. Partopia is a social game right now in alpha, so it's totally free to try. Similar to games like Rec Room or VRCHat, this is an online multiplayer game where there's different mini games you can play in together. So far it's only got 3: Crazy Throw, Jelly Wars, and BioCube. Although BioCube, the zombie one, does actually look pretty promising if you were to get in with friends, although the zombies take a lot of bullets to take them down. I'm surprised with this game for how recently it went into alpha, how polished it actually looks. From the main lobby that has a working telescope in it to a PS5 sitting on the table and other games, but just how great the environments all look on Quest. They use that cartoony art style that makes them actually look really nice, and it reflects in the 8 ratings, giving this nearly a perfect 5-star rating. All 5-star reviews except for 1 4-star review. People saying it's unique, but it needs more. The low poly art is intriguing. People saying there needs to be an RPG weapon. People saying it's just endless fun. It does add in bots, so you can check this out on your own, but if you've got a group of friends that want to get in and try the zombie game in it together, it would probably be pretty fun. We've talked about PokerStars VR being a casino that is totally free in VR. Although the game's been out a while, there's a new MR mode that dropped alongside the Quest 3. Unfortunately, that meant they dropped Quest 1 support too, but this game takes you into a very futuristic looking version of Vegas. Whether you're playing roulette, craps, poker, you can spin the wheel every 8 hours and get more money. And for me, who wasn't super into PokerStars, I actually did find that playing roulette in here was pretty fun. I met a really fun dude. It says that it's for 18 up, and it says that they monitor voice chat to keep up the quality of the game. So maybe they really do a good job of that, because I can say wandering around, I didn't see any screaming kids or anything like that. If you're looking for something similar to PokerStars, but get a few more other game options in there, maybe even some slots, Vegas Infinite's totally free to try. There is an Infinite pack you can pay $20 for, but weirdly, players in Washington State cannot buy that. Unichat feels like a very early version of VRChat. Calls itself the ultimate choice for VR meetup. Not only can you meet real people, but there's even AI friends you can hang out with and talk to, and a little AI assistant that's always hanging around at the push of a button. The game feels like it could be really interesting if you actually hung out with people, play Guess the Drawing, you can watch TikToks and YouTube together. My main qualm with it is the movement style. It's made for hand tracking, which makes it feel more like it's a proof of concept for Apple Vision Pro rather than a Quest game. But because of that, even when you're using the controller, if you want to move, you grab with both fingers and pull yourself around the room, and then you turn with that same weird motion. It's really trying to eliminate the controllers, but if you have the controllers, it should allow you to have full locomotion, which I could not find an option for. With how new it is and how early though, it's managed to have 7 ratings, somehow all with 5 stars. People saying, download now, thank me later. People saying it's awesome. People saying it's something new. And the AI side is interesting to try, but it always feels a little weird, the characters they choose and stuff to do it. So if you're interested in the cutting edge AI or just a new app to hang out with some of the friends that you may already know and can download the app, Unichat might be worth checking out. The name Pop Quest Adventure had me worried this was some kind of educational pop quiz, but hear me out. out on this one. I absolutely loved this game. They say this is a free demo experience where you're going on an adventure through a balloon world as part of the Pop Squad, a team of balloon popping heroes. Basically, you've got a tack gun in each hand that will pop balloons, and balloons are all over the environment. The trees are balloons. There's little details like the sun is a balloon, and if you pop it, it turns to nighttime. You have to embark on this adventure and ultimately, you know, basically save the land. It's a short experience, but it's adorable. The art style looks incredible on the quest, and the humor in it, the voice acting, it's really good. And it shows for the few people who have found this just came out this month, 7 ratings, giving this a 4.9. All those are 5-star and a little bit of 4-star, but everybody said very polished. Cute, fun, and polished freebie, a short but fine adventure game, extremely funny, great mechanic. And WildBit here said, I didn't have high expectations, but it turned out to be a lot of fun. I felt the same way, and I absolutely adored this. It's very linear. It's something you're only going to do once, but I would highly recommend, if nothing else on this list, download this and just have fun, because the mechanic of movement too, you have this locomotion where these fans help you glide and move whatever way you want to. I'd love to see if they do more on this, and I would definitely play it. One other note on Pop Quest, if you're early in the game, you get a little too pop happy before you kind of go through the basic tutorial, it might freeze up on you like it did on me and not teach you how to move. So if that happens, restart the game and that should fix it. Maybe just wait to start popping the girl and her dog until you get past at least learning how to glide. VStreamer Live is an app that we've talked about before on the Quest. It has a totally free version and it's a VTubing app. This is not a game, but a full studio where you can record videos from as avatars, either the ones you customized before or ones that are already in here, like this one, obviously. And I've got to say, it's shocking how capable this app is. It's got motion capture capability if you are using something with full body tracking. You can pay an extra $6 and get rid of this big watermark over here. That is $6 per month. It encourages you to use hand tracking so you can use your hands, and obviously finger tracking, you've got all the little details you can be doing, having your evil pyramid of contemplation over here. With all this, it's only got 6 ratings so far with 4 stars, although the only written reviews say it's nuts. You can record in third person, first person at the same time. It's a great VTuber app. Nobody who gave it a 1 or 3 star writing anything about it. If you made a video with this, I'd love to see what it's like with yours, and hopefully you enjoyed this weird section of me looking totally different. But wait, there's more. VRLegs has only been out for about a month. After you get into this parkour simulator, you go through some very Rick and Morty-esque portals to go through the tutorial and learn how this game uses an unusual style of locomotion. To move faster, you're jogging in place. To jump, you're supposed to physically crouch down and then jump up to jump as high as possible, although they do have a right stick option that you can use to help more with accessibility. Climbing, ziplining, and then once you get used to all that, you can challenge your friends in tag. Game definitely shines if you're playing it with multiple people, and with that, only 3 people have rated it so far, all perfect 5-star ratings. The only written review saying it's an amazing game. They like to climb the rocks, get up high, look around, and just enjoy the view. And the grabbing rope, which is basically the zip line, gave them a gliding-like feeling, which they felt very refreshing. You can get all kinds of different avatars in this game too. It's definitely a very memeable game if you're playing it with friends, but an interesting one just to feel different types of locomotion, and one that seems like it'd be a little less likely to make you motion sick because of how much you're physically moving. Paintball Playground is free to try in its alpha playtest right now, which has been out for less than 2 months. You hop in and you quickly learn the mechanics of your paintball gun, and the gun mechanics are actually pretty pleasant. The way it aims, the way it feels when you're using it, the way you reload the paintballs, you open up and dump your quick reloaders in, which is pretty satisfying. And then I got into multiplayer to check out a match of this, and it's fun. Definitely could use more game modes and more options because it feels like you go down pretty quick or you take out the other team pretty quick, and the matches are very short. And with that, it's got over 40 ratings, giving it about 4.3 star. People saying it's got potential. They want the devs to keep on going. It's amazing. It's super fun. But if you look down to the only 1-star review, someone saying they can't leave the game after they're done playing. I guess Fought is still trapped in the game somewhere playing paintball till the end of time. But other people like Zach pointing out that it does have potential, but there is no in-game chat. So the best thing to do for now is get in with your friends, get in a meta chat call and talk together. With all that said though, if you're a fan of shooters or you're a fan of paintball, this one's worth checking out. It's pretty neat to see what you can do. There's even some skeet shooting and stuff. I enjoyed my time in it, but ultimately it made me just want to go play real paintball again. Astral Guardian just came out a month ago, and this is a different take on a mixed reality platformer. This platformer takes place very small in a little vertical world in front of you, and not only are you tasked with being the guardian and guiding Lyria through the world, but you also reach out, pick up rocks, move things out of the pathway, and even kill the enemies yourself to help her move. The mixed reality idea of this is really cool, the platforming, but the problem is the movement style on this game. Forward on your stick always means forward for the character, better regardless of which way the camera's facing, and for a platformer that feels really wrong. We're used to forward meaning forward away from your camera, so when it comes to characters at the far side of the map and you need to bring it near you, you have to aim it towards you and then hold forward instead of holding down towards you. It just feels really wrong, and unfortunately with that, the only 2 ratings have given this a very low 3.5 stars. One person who did write a review gave it 5 stars and said it's a nice platformer, but please let them use the thumbsticks differently. If they change that, I'd definitely jump back in and play some more of this though. Cuddle Kobold Just a Bite is an odd game where you are walking around a house trying to find the gems to feed your kobold, otherwise it's going to feed on you. And every time it gets near you and takes a bite, it gets a little bigger and faster and you get a little smaller and slower. There's 3 different difficulty levels, although if you figure out the teleporting mechanic and how you can get up on high objects pretty quickly, it's going to become way too easy to avoid it, but you are supposed to be trying to compete with time and not necessarily just not get killed. I will say though, the part of this that's worth it and fun, not the whole walking slowly from this thing and feeding it, but actually when you get past that and you get into their Christmas update, the house, there's all these interactables, you can dress up your kobold however you want. That actually was really cute and neat. There's even a game cabinet over in the corner that looks like maybe when the game's finished, hopefully they'll actually make that functional because the buttons on it and stuff work. And there's a lot of random interactions around the house that do work that are really neat to see in VR, like the shower works, but then like the washing machine or the fridge doesn't open. That part of it might be worth it, and I think you can just open up the menu in your right hand and choose to switch the scene even from the first game and it'll take you straight there. It's too new, it's too unknown, it doesn't have any reviews, so if you do go check it out, leave them a review. A little bonus one here because it's just a demo, but the ROULETTE demo is something to actually go check out. You're on a pirate ship with a magical slingshot and you are trying to kill rats that have been possessed. The game looks really good. There's different puzzles and way you're gonna have to beat these rats and even a boss. And with this being out for less than 2 months, it's only got 3 ratings, giving it about 4.7 stars. 2 of those are 5-star and one's a 4-star, and one's saying it's a charming little demo, saying it's in the Moss-like genre and it reminds them of a Disney ride, which I'd really agree with. Such a simple concept executed with funny, joyful gameplay. They burst out laughing, and it's good for VR noobs. After playing the demo myself, I'm definitely waiting for more, and it's one, if you have some time to kill, it's something worth checking out. So there's a bunch more free games. There's been a lot released, especially since the Quest 3 came out, so we have a lot more to get through, but if there's any suggestions and new ones, leave those in the comments down below. And we did do over 200 free games, so check out that list if you want to find a whole lot more to play. In the meantime, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in another reality.